Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Community Journal, and thank you very much for tuning us in. Eileen and Jack are off again today, and Dinah is sitting in with me this morning, and she's been a welcome addition to the staff here at Channel 18. She conducts the vast majority of the interviews that we broadcast during Community Journal, and you'll see one of them this morning. And Dinah, welcome, and thank you very much for sitting in with me.
Thank you so much, Ron. I'm glad to have the opportunity to do this with you.
Good. So this is probably old hat to you from your previous experience.
Oh, hardly.
No, hardly.
So this is exciting. Thank you.
Oh, good. Well, you have a leg up on what most of us had when we started out. We didn't have any prior experience like you did. So, but anyway, I'm glad to have you here, and thank you so much. And I think we have some good information for you this morning. The Tuesday, Ann Carpenter and Emily Carta from the Brooks Free Library came in for their monthly update. And so let's listen to that. They have some good information for you.
My name's Emily Carta from the Brooks Free Library. I'm joined by Ann Carpenter, our Youth Services Librarian, and today we wanted to talk a little bit about upcoming programs for April at the library. So to get us started, the first one I want to discuss is the iPhone photography class, which is starting April 14th and April 21st. It's a two-part program at 11 a.m. in the morning. Registration is required for this, but what it is a class led by Michael and Suze Karchmer, who are going to teach you first the ins and outs of your iPhone camera, your iPad camera, all those little buttons on it that you see and what they do and how you can use them to make beautiful photography on your own. And then in the second class, they're going to go over editing software that you can use. I believe it's called SeedSnap. Let me double check myself. It is. And what it does is it gives you the ability to make these high resolution pictures that are really like as if you're using a fancy professional camera. Other programs coming up in April are going to be the Adventurers Club on April 6th. They're going to be doing lobbying on Capitol Hill. This is presented by the MRHS Stand, Students Taking Action Now Darfur group. And they're going to come in and talk about their experience lobbying for the Elie Wiesel Genocide and Atrocities Prevention Act on Capitol Hill. That's, again, April 6th at 1:30 p.m. We also have the Friends Sunday program with C.L. Fornari presenting Hydrangea Hysteria. She's an entertaining, creative gardener who's going to come and give this talk while light refreshments are served. That's April 8th at 2 p.m. And then on April 14th at 2 p.m. is Davis Bates, part of the music series, who will be presenting Earth Rhythms, a song and story celebration. Celebrate Earth Day, cultural diversity, and April school vacation.
And speaking of school vacation, we have a ton of programs going on during that week because we know there's a lot of restless bodies looking for something to do. So we are here to help meet your entertainment needs. On Tuesday, April 17th, we are going to be making dirt cake at 2:30. And I've never understood why they call it dirt cake, because really it's dirt pudding, but regardless, it's a great combination of chocolate pudding and crushed up Oreos and gummy worms, so it looks like it's dirt, but it's actually completely edible and very tasty. Lots of sugar, so that's always a win. It is a food product, so if you have any food allergies, if you could contact me ahead of time if you're planning to come to the program, either acarpenter@clamsnet.org, or you can call us at 508-430-7562, and the Youth Services Department is extension 2. No registration is required, but again, if you have a food allergy, if we can have a heads up about that. And that is at 2:30 on April 17th. And then Wednesday, April 18th, also at 2:30, we're going to have a marble run challenge. So this is an engineering challenge. We're going to give all of the kids lots of tape and lots of pipe foam and a marble. And the challenge is to do different things with the pipe foam and manipulate it and tape it and create it so that way the marble will you know, make some loop-de-loops or a roller coaster going up and down and all around. It's a lot of fun. We're going to have many levels of challenge, so that way, regardless of your age, you'll be able to come and both be challenged and also be successful, so that way a wide variety of kids will be able to participate. And then on Thursday at 2:30, it's going to be Duct Tape Mania. So we're going to do lots of different things with duct tape, the classic making wallets. There's some great bow ties that you can make. Duct tape fashion is a thing. And we have a bunch of different wild and crazy duct tapes. And I just recently found out that there is such a thing as scented duct tape, which was a surprise to me as well. So we'll have scented duct tape even. That'd be really good for the bow ties because you can smell it. And then what I'm possibly most excited about for April vacation is the annual Stuffed Animal Sleepover. This is a great program where children can bring in a favorite stuffy and drop it off anytime during the day on Friday. So we're open from 10 to 4 on Fridays. So Friday the 20th, at any point during the day, you can come drop your stuffy off. We'll sign him in, you know, give him a name tag so we know what his name is. And then when the librarians go home for the night, we're going to give the stuffies a camera, and when we come back in the morning on Saturday, we will look at all of the pictures that those stuffed animals have taken over the course of their night and see exactly what it was that they got up to. We've done it in the past, and they always get up to all sorts of crazy adventures. So the Stuffed Animal Sleepover Story Time, where we present all of those great adventures, will be on Saturday the 21st at 2:30. So you can come back on Saturday. We do recommend not bringing the most absolute favorite must-have-it to sleep with stuffy, because sometimes that can cause some sleepless nights, but another favorite stuffy will definitely work. All of these programs are free, and none of them require any registration ahead of time. So we're looking forward to seeing lots of kids this April vacation, and we'll be happy to see them.
Those sound super fun, especially the stuffed animal sleepover. I can't wait to see the pictures from that. But anyways, thank you so much for listening. You can find more information about our events online if you go to brooksfreelibrary.org. It should be right there on the main page in the center. Or you can call us again. It's 508-432-7560.
430.
430-7562. I said it backwards. Extension 1 for circulation. And that's it.
There's always a lot going on at that library. We are so fortunate to have them. Ginny and her crew are really great, and
I
they do
know.
so much for the children.
It's true. The kids love going there. I
Oh.
have grandchildren who love to go
I
there.
bet.
Have since they were really little. So.
I see a lot of little ones coming in there so happy. So, well, you have an
Yes,
announcement
actually
for us.
related to the Brooks Free Library.
Good.
They are having a giant sale on Saturday, April 7th from 11 to 2. And it's at 739 Main Street, of course. They're going to be selling DVDs and audiobooks for $1 each. And children's books will be 50% off.
Wow,
And it's sponsored by the Friends of Brooks Free Library.
good. That's a good sale.
It is.
They
it
have
is.
a lot of good books there.
Yeah, hopefully the weather will be good.
Yeah, I hope so.
And, you know, a
There's
lot of people will come out
I
because it
hope
looks like a
so.
great
Yeah,
opportunity.
Good. Well, folks, over the next few years, we're going to be faced with a really big deal here in town with the wastewater and the sewerage problem. It's going to hit all of us in our pocketbooks, I'm afraid. And there's a lot going on. Things keep changing. We've had this deal with Chatham for quite a while, and now they're working on a deal with both Dennis and Yarmouth, which is going to change things a lot. So in order to keep yourself informed, you really should consider coming to the Community Journal, the Council on Aging, for a meeting on Thursday, April the 19th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's going to be an educational meeting, and I think it'll be really worth your while. So,
Yeah,
Donna?
that is a really important issue
Yes,
for
it
all of
is.
us. And
That's
everyone should be as informed as possible.
Yeah, and even if we're not going to be on the sewer system, the new regulations from the state are going to cause us to have to spend a lot of money on septic systems.
Yes,
Because
yes.
they want to get rid of not just only nitrogen, but several other chemicals. So
Right.
it's going to be
It
quite
is,
expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, and it's also really important for our health
Right.
that we get it right.
Yeah, I hope
Yep,
so.
Yep.
So-
Okay, so our next clip is actually with the Chase Library, and I sat down with Patty and Claire from the Chase Library. It's a wonderful little library. If you haven't been there, you should definitely check it out. It's open on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and it's one of the jewels of the town, really. So here is
It's
my
small, but it's busy and mighty.
It's very busy.
Right, good.
Right, and so here is my conversation with Claire and Patty.
Good job.
Hello. We're here for a little update with the Chase Library, and we have Claire Gradone, who is the executive director, and Patty Twarek. And they're going to tell us a little bit about what they were doing this winter, which we talked about before it happened, and then they're going to tell us what's coming up in the next month or so. So can you tell us about the author series that you had discussed the last time we met?
Sure. And thank you for having us today. We had a winter author series. The first author we had was John Whalen, who is the author of I Am of Cape Cod. And he came and talked about the very interesting people that he had in his book, all sorts of people that live on Cape Cod but not necessarily have a role that you would see in politics or something like that. Just ordinary folk on Cape Cod, and it was very interesting. Then we had Paul Compricos, who is the author of The Gray Lady. That's his most recent book. He also does some ghostwriting for Clive Cussler, so it was a very entertaining talk about how that works, and it was very interesting. And then our last speaker that we had in March was not an author. It was Ed Yasuna, who is a Harwich resident, who is a retired English teacher, and he gave a talk on what to read next, great books, 250 pages or less, basically for book clubs, some great book club suggestions.
Well, that's great. I did attend the John Whalen talk, and that was absolutely wonderful. He's a great speaker. And in fact, I picked up a copy of his little book, The Little Sock Pirate,
Yes.
which I read to my grandchildren last month, and they enjoyed it greatly. So he was really entertaining and very, very interesting in his process, the way he talked about his process of meeting people, too. So I enjoyed that one. I was sorry to miss the others, but I'm sure they were all fabulous.
They were. Ed was particularly interesting, too, because he spent time in Finland, Norway, that area of the world, and so his recommendations were often authors that you would not necessarily know about, but really good topics. And because he taught English, you know, he looks for plot and character development, and he just was fascinating. He spent a lot of time answering questions about his book recommendations.
So books that would be interesting for book clubs to really get into and discuss.
Absolutely. Kind of enduring themes that you can always spend time discussing. So really quite interesting.
Great.
Yeah. And we have one more coming up.
Yes, we do. On May 15th, we have something different once again. We are having John Serafoli, who is an author, but he is also a chef, and he has written cookbooks, including the Cape Cod Chef's Table, which is great recipes from chefs around the Cape. He's also written a book on Italian-American food in New England, which I think would be very interesting. He's also written a couple of children's books on cooking. So once again, we have an adult author who has done some children's things. And I'm sure, I hope there's some foodies out there that are really interested in coming to hear this.
And again, this is a free series, is that
Yes,
correct?
that's right,
But you
yes.
like people to call to make a reservation, or
No,
can they
not
just show up
they can
at
just
the
show up.
library? And the date
Yes.
is Tuesday, the 15th of May
At 2 p.m.
At 2
at 2 p.m. Okay,
Yes,
great.
Yes, so that should be really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds delicious.
And then the very next day, we have our spring author event, which will be held at Mooncusser's Tavern. And that will be a late morning breakfast buffet. We tried to do something just a little bit different. And that is going to be a talk by a local author. So Claire, do you want to
Yes,
fill everybody in?
Right, we have Robin Farnsworth coming, and she is a resident of Cape Cod, a registered nurse at Cape Cod Hospital, and her book is called The Greater Weight of Glory. And it is the story of how she dealt with and rose above the tragic loss of her son, which is a very uplifting story of forgiveness and just finding joy in her life. We're trying this year to feature a local author, and this is Robin's first book, but she has a great story to tell. So we're hoping that people will come and support Chase and support her.
Yeah.
Sounds like a different but really good event that we're
Well, it'd be
planning.
great to meet another Cape Cod author.
Right.
Won't it?
Yes.
It really will. So if you are interested in attending that breakfast buffet, again, that's a Wednesday, May 16th at Mooncusser's Tavern, late morning breakfast buffet with Robin Farnsworth. Call the library to reserve a ticket. The library's phone number is 508-432-2610, and we will get your name on a list. We can't guarantee your seat until your reservation is paid. It will be $30 for the breakfast and the author. And if you really enjoy Robin, then I'm certain she will have her books for sale that day. If you care to pick one up, and they are not all that expensive. Generally, I think it's not on the back here, but usually a paperback of this size is about $15, $16, you know, so it doesn't put it out of anybody's range, I don't think.
And the cost of the event is, I have to say, extremely reasonable.
And that's what
having
we were
a buffet
hoping.
breakfast
Right.
and a wonderful author's talk.
Thank you, thank you. That's what we were trying for.
Oh,
is
yes.
To make it something that's
Very
affordable
accessible.
to anyone,
Yep.
you know. So we're
It's a
looking
great
forward
deal.
to that.
Yes.
And it sounds
Thanks.
like a great
Thanks,
day.
Dinah.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so anything in the far offing that you want to
Well,
tease us with?
as we're looking towards summer, which I guess we're going to have to do, we are looking forward to taking collections of books for our book sale at our annual jumble sale, which will be July 5th from 9 to 1 at Chase Library, inside and out. We spread out our goods. So we're looking for donations of books. We're hoping for newer books. We were saying 2014 or later in terms of books that you donate. We take paperbacks, hardcovers. You can bring them to the library during open hours, which is Tuesday 10 to 4 and Saturday 10 to 2. We're also looking for some small household items for our yard sale that day. Those also can be brought to the library, but I would make a phone call to us first on those to see if we have a place to store them just yet. But we're looking forward to that. We also are having the crafters, the village crafters, do a series of craft shows during the summer, and they donate some of the proceeds. They donate the vendor fees to various local nonprofits, and on August 2nd, they are doing their fair for Chase Library. And we will be having a book sale there with them that day. And also, we've been invited to join them on July 9th and August 16th to be having a book sale, and that will be at Patty Doan Park.
Doan Park. The Village Crafters have their craft shows at Doan Park. And in July, when we're there, that is to benefit the Family Pantry. In August 2nd, it's to benefit Chase, and August 16th, it's for the Harwich Historical Society. So, and we've been asked to sell books at all three, which is really exciting. And last year we sold a lot of books, which is wonderful.
That's
you know.
great. Yeah,
And some
yeah.
were people who were visiting, and some were people who live here. But we do look for donations of books because you know, ours is a small library, so we call our collection all the time, and we can only have a certain number of, you know, books for sale all year round. But when we're preparing for something like this, we're willing to box them up and keep them in our garages if we have to.
Right.
Which brings me to another point about the jumble sale. If, you know, we look for transportable items, clearly, to sell at the jumble sale that are in good condition. But if anyone were to have something larger that they would like to donate, one year we had a patio set, we had a set of matching carpets, we had some larger chairs. So if you have really decent condition, things like that, that you feel you could donate to the library for as part of our fundraising event. Dan and I have a truck, and we will talk to you and perhaps pick it up from you and keep it in the garage until the day of the sale.
The consummate volunteer.
Oh, I know, he'll die when when he sees this.
It's kind of a 2-for-1 with those two. He's really great with the truck and the. While we're speaking of donations, I will put out a plug for book donations of children's books. We found last summer that they were our biggest seller when we were at our fairs. So if your grandkids have grown up and you've got those nice books still sitting around the house, we'd love to have them as donations.
Right.
Yes, I'm sure many grandparents who are here on the Cape who are
Right.
hosting their grandchildren would appreciate that.
Yes.
Yep,
Right.
sounds great.
Yep. And I think there's one last thing that we might want to mention. We had received requests, actually, to open the back room of the library for an open mahjong afternoon, which we did. And it was quite successful last summer. And then it dwindled down, and we really didn't see anybody during the winter, which is, you know, you can kind of guess why, because it's cold and miserable and no one wants to go out. So the interest in that has waned. If there's anyone out there who's interested in, you know, having an open mahjong group, who knows of some folks who might be willing to attend on Tuesday afternoons, call the library and let us know, and we'll get that up and running again. It's always available. So.
Okay, good to know that that space is available for such a thing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
maybe the summer will bring more people for that.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Well, very
So,
good.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much again for coming and telling us all about the wonderful things you're doing at the library. It's always a treat to go over there and also to attend any of their events. So come on down. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm watching the clip. Cue talent.
Good interview, Dinah.
Oh,
And they have a lot going on
It's
for a
al-
small library. It's
always,
amazing.
yeah, always fun
Busy,
to talk to
busy
Claire
place.
and Patty. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah, they come in fairly frequently too, don't they?
Yeah, we
They
have-
always have a lot going on.
They do. We have periodic updates here
Good.
at the station, and it's always interesting to hear what they have going.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
it's amazing. I have to go down there sometime. I've never been in it.
Oh,
I'll have
it's
to go
so
check it out.
beautiful. You
Yeah.
definitely should check it out.
Is it
yes.
good inside?
It's a
Good.
beautiful interior and just a lovely warm atmosphere.
Oh, good. That's nice. How about the one down by Bank Street Beach?
That's great too,
have you been
actually.
in that one? I have
yes,
never been in that one
yes,
either.
and I've done an interview with them as
Oh,
well.
good.
They have a similar kind of mission, but for different, areas in
Yeah.
Harwich. So it's
Right.
wonderful to have two little
Oh,
ones.
yeah, we're
you
lucky
know.
to have them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
great.
to supplement the larger one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Well, you have a announcement for us?
Yes, I do. The town of Harwich is having an Arbor Day seedling giveaway. This is their annual seedling giveaway, and it is this year, April 27th, from 8:30 to noon. And it's going to be in the Harwich Town Hall parking lot. In the event of inclement weather, the giveaway will be located in the Town Hall foyer. This year's giveaways include pawpaw tree seedlings, flowering white dogwood shrub seedlings, Indian
like
currant. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Indian currant shrub seedlings, 9-bark shrub seedlings, and northeastern wildflower pollinator seed mix, which is always great. So for more information, you can contact the Harwich Conservation Department at 508-430-7538. And that again is April 27th from 8:30 to noon. And they do sell out, so to speak. It's free, but the stuff is gone rather early. So I urge you, if you are interested in getting your seedlings, to go early.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good giveaway.
It's fabulous.
A lot of good stuff.
So many beautiful things.
Yeah, wonderful.
It's a wonderful service for
Yeah.
the town.
Great.
Yep.
Well, we have the 4th annual Tour de Trash coming up Saturday, April the 28th from 9:30 to 11:30. You meet here at the community center, and we would appreciate if you could come and help clean up Harwich. Check-in begins at 9:30, and a free lunch is included at 11:30 a.m. To register in advance and learn more, visit harwichconservationtrust.org/tour/d/trash. Yeah. And this it will. I think they'll be taking you all over town.
Yes.
To work
Right.
with bags, and they provide the bags and everything for the cleanup.
Yes, I think, don't they take some people to different beaches too?
I think
And-
they do.
yeah?
I think that includes the beaches. So this is a good chance to help out with the town of Harwich.
Yes, excellent.
Good. Well, we're going to repeat now a clip that we showed, I think last week, about Art Week at the Cultural Center. It's an interview with Carolyn Carey, and the Art Week is April 27th to May 6th. So listen up. My mind went blank.
Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm Carolyn from the Harwich Community Center, and I'm here, and also from the Cultural Center, which is really what we're talking about. And I'm so excited because we not only have Erica Stresbeck, who has really taken the ball and run with it at the Cultural Center, but we have the official person running the Cultural Center, Nolan Stresbeck, who's here to help us talk about his diorama and the projects that we're doing for Art Week. So I know that you've been working hard. Now, you made one of these dioramas. Which one did you make?
That one.
And what is that a diorama of? Where is
Long
it?
pond.
Long Pond. So what we're doing is we're talking about dioramas of the places that you love in Harwich, and you love Long Pond, and you made that. How'd you make it?
We knit the sand and we
You have a boat.
we have a boat.
All the things you'd see at Long Pond.
Mm-hmm.
That is great. And was this fun to do?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Are you going to make another one?
We're working on one for the visitor center to put downtown for Cindy.
Wow. And I have one in front of me that, I don't know who made this one. Do you?
Mom mostly made that one. That one's of the Cranberry Bog on 124.
So Erica made this one, and I got so excited to talk to Nolan about his diorama that I forgot to say, this is all part of our the Art Week that is coming up. And Erica will tell you a little bit about that and how you can make your own diorama.
We have flyers going home to the schools, and we'll have open studios on April 17th at the Harwich Cultural Center from 10 to 1, where you can come. We have some donated supplies that you can come and put together your favorite location in Harwich, or you can bring your own. All of our friends can exhibit their dioramas during Art Week at the Harwich Cultural Center. We have a large open house happening on April 28th from 10 to 3, and events happening throughout the 10-day statewide event, which happens April 27th through May 6th.
So exciting, and I know you have put a lot of work into this. The Cultural Center has certainly flourished, and I appreciate all that you've been doing. But really, Nolan can tell you that this was fun to do, and we're going to get everyone involved and have them come over
and maybe you'll be there because you know how to do it. So if I needed help, you might be able to help me a little bit. We'll make one. Maybe I should do, I love the community center, because, you know, that would be an important one. But the pile that we talked about is donations that people are dropping off. So that if you don't have any supplies at home and you want to come see what it's like at the cultural center, and you want to maybe feel like one of the real artists, not that you're not all real artists, but you can also come because we'll have some supplies for you. And anyone out there who would like to donate, you can bring them by the cultural center or the community center. We're taking paper, fabric, whatever you have, glue,
tape, construction paper, shoe boxes.
Anything that you might think of that we could make fun things out of. So we really just wanted to make sure that we could invite you all to come to the Cultural Center because it's kind of a fun place. And the Art Week again is going to be April.
Our big open house is April 28th on Saturday from 10 to 3. We have events happening throughout the day, open studios, again, our art show with all of our dioramas. Our other professional artists will have an exhibit up in the old library, which has been freshly repainted, and we'll have a brand new exhibit up there. We have the new Cape Cod Symphony Chamber Orchestra is going to be coming and giving a talk and a live performance. Cape Cod Ukulele Club is giving a performance. So a ton of things happening throughout the day. And then during the week of, that would be through May 6th, we'll have other demonstrations, 12 to 2 and 2 to 4, Monday through Friday.
And we'll have a schedule for you. Right now you'll see the flyer for the diorama project. We have that ready and going, but we'll get a whole schedule of what we're doing over at the Cultural Center so people can drop by and see. It's just an amazing place. What's your favorite part about it?
That we get to use old things.
Recycle old things and make them into something fun, right?
You're the best. Tell the people to come over and see us at the Cultural Center. You gonna tell them?
And then, yeah, come during open studio. Again, April 17th during April vacation.
Hey, Nolan, thanks for doing this with me. You're gonna help me with my diorama later, right? All right, let's say thanks for coming, everyone, and join us over at the Cultural Center.
The Cultural Center is getting a lot of use. Carolyn has done a great job, and in addition, the Recreation Department uses the gym down there constantly. So the building is really, it used to be the middle school. And
Oh, yes, for the pickleball.
Yeah.
I'm down there
Are you?
practically every day playing
good
pickleball.
For you. Good for you.
So I'm very familiar
I'll have to
with
go
that
watch
building
that
now.
because I've never seen it played. Eric
is
has tried to explain it to me a few times, and I haven't.
Yes, well, it takes a little getting used to. The scoring is
He
a
said
little...
there's a guy older than me that's playing down there who's very good.
There are all kinds of people playing there. It's such fun. You really should come and check it out. It'd be lots of fun to see you there. So, yeah, that Art Week looks like a great week too.
There's a lot of good things going on down there. I'm glad to see the building getting that kind of use. It's great. Now you have a last announcement for us.
I do. This is from the Harwich Conservation Commission. They are seeking new members. So if you care about our fragile ecosystem here on the Cape and are interested in helping protect our sensitive environmental resources, this might be just the job for you. Please contact Amy Uzowski, she's the Conservation Administrator, for more details. And her number is 508-430-7538. And her email is ausowski@town.harwich.mass.us.
Wow.
So this is, yeah.
You say that backwards?
I'm not going to try. Okay, so this is a great opportunity for someone who really wants to get involved in preserving our fragile ecosystem.
Good.
So I hope somebody will be interested and contact Amy about this.
Good. Well, folks, that's our show for this week. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't put your snow shovels away yet. And I looked at the weather forecast this morning. We may luck out, but we're going to be close again.
Yes,
I don't know,
the little
I don't know
flowers'
about the
heads
rest
will
of
be-
you, but I'm tired of
Yeah.
being cold.
Right. Hopefully we're on to spring by the next time.
Boy, I
the
hope so. It
Community
feels like
Journal
spring.
meets.
Yesterday certainly felt like it. But anyway,
Yes.
Dinah, thank you very much for coming in this morning.
Well, thank you,
It's
Ron, for
always to
welcoming
work
me
with
so
you. Well,
warmly.
We're
And,
glad to have you.
Yeah, I appreciate
You've
it. And
a great addition to our team.
thanks
and
so
we're
much.
so glad to have you. Have a good week, everybody, and take advantage of all the things that are going on in the town. And be safe.